Good afternoon, sports fans. This is Will McNeely with the Sports Utility Vehicle, and we're bringing to you live the Jared Cook Classic. This is their 5th year featuring Jared Cook, and all proceeds are benefiting his mother, who is a cancer survivor, and we wish her the best as she keeps on fighting the good fight. Tonight's first game is the North Cobb Christian Eagles versus the Sequoia Chiefs. North Cobb Christian fell yesterday to Tucker High School as they came in a back-and-forth battle. And in the end, Tucker pulled it out. Sequoia so far this year is 1-1. They beat Lambert and lost to Cherokee, and they feature a couple of big kids. Number 33, Dalton Satterfield, and number 2, sorry about that, folks. Number 2, Logan Taylor, a senior who's being recruited by Tennessee Temple, as well as a couple of others. Dalton Satterfield, the 6'5" senior, is also being recruited by, quote, all D2 schools in the state of Georgia, according to their head coach, Jeremy Adams. And he also features a freshman, number 3, Jordan Usher, 6'5", freshman, who he said be on the lookout for, as well as a sophomore, number 11, Levy Biddy, a 6'1" sophomore. But on the opposite side, North Cobb Christian Eagles, they feature a couple of big kids too. Kendall Crude, a 6'4" senior, and Stefan Jelks, a 6'6" senior who is committed to Mercer University here in the state of Georgia. And they also feature listed Trey Kalina, a 7-footer, but he looks a little bit more about to be 6'9", 6'10". And we bring to you live here the tip-off of the 5th annual Jared Cook Classic. This is Will McNeely, and be sure to stay with us all throughout the night as we bring you the best of the best in the state of Georgia. Here we go, folks, the tip-off of North Cobb Christian and Sequoia as North Cobb Christian gets it, and number 2, Hunter Ware, 6'1", player, brings it up, and they're going to swing it on the outside. Yesterday they tried to get it a little into the big kid, and they're going to do some high-low action for what I saw yesterday. But the big boy, Trey Kalina, he was not as productive as I think Coach Greg Mata, the brother of Thad Mata, oddly enough, at Ohio State University. But they start up with a three-pointer on the wing, and Sequoia is going to drive it down. Rebound, Stefan Jelks, pitched it ahead to Hunter Ware as he takes it all the way. Basket's good. The Eagles now lead 5-0. Quick 2 buckets there. And now Sequoia is going to bring it back up. Their coach, Jeremy Adams, said they like to do on offense a little read and react, see what they get, and that's a 2-pointer by number 10, Christian Hillhouse, 6'5" junior, and now it's 5-2. The Eagles still lead. Coach is telling him to knock it down. He was wide open for a split second. They're going to see if they get it into Stefan Jelks, as he was their most productive player yesterday. A little bit of dribble. Not too many shooting yesterday, but he starts off hot, 1 for 1 from the outside, and they start off hot as well as they now lead 8-2. And they're going to push it up defensively as well. Stefan Jelks with the missed slam, as there's a little bit of slow react on that loose ball, and those are missed opportunities as well. And those are definitely opportunities that they weren't able to really exploit yesterday, and I know their coach Greg Mata is going to tell them to definitely take advantage of that. Hunter Ware with the number 3, Keyshawn Butts with the missed three-pointer. Nice little trap down low defensively. I know they're going to try and do a little bit of stuff like what Whitfield Academy does by creating opportunities offensively because of their defensive efforts. From time to time they will try and, that was a nice little pass, but Stefan Jelks almost missed it. Stefan Jelks with a 3, a little short. Oh, man, that was a missed opportunity for Trey Kalina, as he needs to be more active on the offensive and defensive rebounding aspects. And we got a timeout already, as 30-second timeout called by Sequoia. I know Jeremy Adams, the coach for Sequoia, is going to tell his players they need to be a little bit smarter. It looks like they're a little bit rushed right now offensively, and he's going to tell them probably to bring it out, be a little bit slower. Don't try and force the plays. Now let's see what they come out with here after that 30-second break to talk things over and recollect their thoughts. Defensively, Sequoia, he said he likes to run man-to-man in a 2-3 zone, and it looks like they're in a 2-3 zone right now. And Stephon Jelks on the inside, missed jumper. Sequoia is going to bring it up here. Number 11, Levy Biddy, who we talked about earlier, is one of the sophomores that Coach Adams was impressed with and says that should be able to get some looks from colleges. Missed jumper, no good. Rebound, the Chiefs. Three-pointer, no good. Shot missed by number 33, Dalton Shatterfield, the 6'5 senior. A little bit of a sloppy one-handed pass. I know Coach Mata probably isn't going to be too happy about that. In for the Chiefs is number 21, Niall Williams, a sophomore. Looks to be, his height's not listed, but looks to be about 6'4". 6'3", 6'4". A quick dribble inside in the lane and shot missed, and rebound to North Cobb Christian as they like to bring it back up. Another one-handed pass. Could be a little dangerous there. Screen and roll by the big man, Trey Kalina. Three-point shot up. No good by number 3, Keyshawn Butts from the North Cobb Christian Eagles. And back we go for the Sequoia Chiefs. A lot of one-handed passing, and I know that's a bad tendency to do in high school. And I know college coaches won't be too impressed with those type of reactions and tendencies. Going to dump it down low to the big fella, and he's double-teamed. Let's see what happens. Yesterday, he was pressured every now and then by Tucker, and he was able to be a little freaked out, per se. And that's a nice little dry baseline by number 0, Kendall Crute. Kendall Crute, according to Rivals.com, is being recruited and has offers by the College of Charleston, Georgia State, Kennesaw State, Louisiana Tech, a lot of the local programs. He's also being looked at by a couple of the big programs like George Mason. Oh, he's been informed that he's committed to Ohio University. Looks like Rivals needs to pick up a little bit on there. But the Bobcats, it looks like they're going to be getting a nice little point guard. And Stephon Jelks, I mentioned, number 15. He's committed to Mercer University. He's down there in Macon, Georgia. He was over at Whitfield Academy for a short bit, and I do mean a very short, brief stint. And then he quickly transferred to North Cobb Christian, and I'm sure that Greg Mata is very pleased that he was able to nab him away as the senior has progressed extensively since I saw him his freshman year. He was very active yesterday on the boards, came down with a lot of mean, authoritative rebounds, and he liked to dribble in there from time to time. Coming in now for the North Cobb Christian Eagles is number 11, Jonathan Twine, for number 0, Kendall Crute. Inbound it back to Twine. Twine's going to get it into the big fella, and he's quickly double-teamed, and number 3 almost wasn't ready for the pass. Trey Kalina, again, double-teamed, but can't hold on to it. Again, he's being frustrated down low in the post like he was yesterday by the Tucker Tigers. Score now is 10-4 with North Cobb Christian still leading with just under 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. Nice defensive pressure, and they're going to call white, the refs. The ball will be retained by the North Cobb Christian Eagles, and that was some pretty good defense by Keyshawn Butts as he applied some great pressure and was able to knock the ball out. And it looks like Sequoia is back in their 2-3 zone, And they have some glaring holes in their defense in which North Cobb Christian definitely needs to exploit, definitely in the middle. And when you go onto either the right or left side, look to reverse the ball, as we see some glaring holes in the 2-3 zone, and that's one of the pitfalls of a 2-3 zone. And we have a foul on the play. The refs are conferring, double-checking who the number was. It will not be a shooting foul, so North Cobb Christian will inbound it. Quick inbounds by Stefan Jelks. Jumper no good. Stefan Jelks almost had the rebound, but his putback was missed. And rebound Sequoia Chiefs as they bring it back up the court here. And they implement their read and react system. Quick three-pointer. And to me, that's a turnover. A one-pass possession is a big time. Stefan Jelks misses. Oh, he makes it. That's his second three-pointer of the day, as now the North Cobb Christian Eagles lead 13-4 over Sequoia with just under 2 minutes. Baseline drive, kick out. Boy, what a take by number 23. Cody Miller, the 6'3 junior. As he negated an open three-pointer and decided to take it all the way himself, so I applaud him for his effort on that. And he takes it again. Excuse me, number 33 this time. Dalton Satterfield, correction, the 6'5 senior. And they're right back in this thing with 1 minute to go, almost. 13-8. And I know Coach Greg Mata is going to talk about that in the break, as they've had back-to-back possessions where they've taken it right through the lane. Stefan Jelks showing his versatility again as he rebounds Trey Kalina's shot and puts it back in to go back up 15-8. Three-pointer no good. Rebound Jelks. And they're going to look to run it up here and possibly hold it for a last play, as there is no shot clock. A little pick and roll. No travel. I know that pick and roll could be highly exploited with the defense in which Sequoia is implementing right now, but Trey Kalina, he has been really, really methodically slow in what he does, and seems like he's moving around there in quicksand. And if he could be a little bit quicker step in that pick and roll, boy, I bet that would be some great buckets that they could have. Possession arrow back to the Sequoia Chiefs after that traveling call. Got 20 seconds to go in the first quarter. And it looks like North Cobb Christian is going to turn up the heat a little bit with this defense, this man-to-man they got going on. And they've really pushed out Sequoia beyond the arc, which has inhibited their chance to run a play. But silly pass by number 3 for the Chiefs. And it's good. What a bucket by number 3, Keyshawn Butts for North at the buzzer. And with that three-pointer, it makes the score 18-8 as North Cobb Christian leads. And we take a quick break and say thank you to a couple of sponsors like Jared Cook.
Visit our concession stand upstairs. Satisfy any of your beverage or food needs. I'd like to send a loud thank you out to Chick-fil-A for being our sponsor this evening. So make sure you visit the concession stand and purchase yourself some delicious Chick-fil-A.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen, from the 5th annual Jared Cook Classic. This is Will McNeely with the sports utility vehicle, giving you all the action, especially for the first 2 games. Next up, we have Greater Atlanta Christian, which features Isaiah Wilkins. He's been on fire the first 2 games that I've seen him this year. Last weekend at St. Francis with the Verizon Hoots for the Cure Classic. And yesterday, as he lit Seneca from South Carolina. He lit them up. He had 21 points just at the half as they were up 50 plus, 50 something to roughly 19 points at the half. We have a foul on that play, number 23, Casey Brown of North Cobb Christian, which will put Sequoia, almost said Seneca. And a turnover there. Sequoia. Wow, what an alley-oop pass. Kendall Crute got that one in just in the nick of time. The pass was a little underthrown, but it doesn't matter now as he slammed it in there. Score is now 20-8 as they open up a 2-0 run. Not much of one, but 2-0 run to start the first quarter. Kendall Crute bringing it up. It looks like Sequoia is back in a man-to-man zone. Crute with another bucket. Whoa, what a dangerous pass. One-handed again. That's probably the 30th one I've seen today. Nice little up and under, but no good. Rebound again, Stephon Jelks. Coming in for Sequoia is number 3, Jordan Usher, the freshman that we talked about before the game that Coach Adams said that college coaches should be paying attention to now. And it looks like Sequoia is going to go back into his zone here. Let's see if they can pop it in and reverse it like I talked about. Kendall Crute with a 3, no good. Rebound, Sequoia. Good defensive effort by Kendall Crute. That was a nice cutoff by Jelks as Sequoia is being pressured again and pushed outside their limits. Beyond the three-point line, well beyond. Another almost dangerous pass picked off or lost by Sequoia. Nice defensive effort. Pass from Jordan Usher to Hillhouse is good, and it's now 22-10 with just over 5 minutes to go in the half. What a play right there. I could already see that one coming as they threw it in there to the open and then kicked it right back out. A little inside-outside action to suck in the defense with that zone to get a wide-open 3 as it's now 25-10 as the North Cobb Christian Eagles. I know they're looking to turn the tide after that tough loss yesterday. They had gotten back and took a lead for just a brief second. Stephon Jelks, quick 3, no good. Refs say it's Sequoia's ball. Bit of an ill-advised 3 as Stephon Jelks throws one up. I don't know why. I know Greg Mata probably wasn't too happy about that call. Probably wanted Stephon to make sure he had a smart play, but a good defensive effort on the rebound. Not saying that's going to make up for what he pulled at the other end, but still a good defensive effort to see us all over the floor today. As he was yesterday, he was very active and definitely the leader for the North Cobb Christian Eagles. Traveling call by Mr. Referee and turns it over. Gives the ball back to North Cobb. Kendall Crute, the Ohio University commit, the future Bobcat. Pretty productive day so far today. He's hit a couple buckets, had that alley-oop, and he hits another one as I just mentioned it. He has over 10 so far in the day. Or excuse me, he has 9 so far as Stephon Jelks has 8. Alone in the first half, dumping it down, another inside-outside action. And they fall again, and I bet Coach Adams is going to want a timeout here soon. That last three-pointer was Jonathan Twine. Oh, Good heads up by Jonathan Twine. Dishes ahead on the outlet pass to Stephon Jelks. He tries to get it up there. Stephon was leaking out. You know, if you're going to foul someone, they say foul, make sure they don't get a point. You just got to make sure you don't teeter that line between a too hard of a foul and to where it becomes. Oh, it wasn't a foul. I'm going to call out of bounds. Little freshman mistake right there as he wasn't paying attention where his player was looking. Jonathan Twine drives baseline, turnaround dish, fadeaway, Michael Jordan style, the 5'10 version. And now Coach Adams is going to want to sit down and talk about this with his players. That's his second 30-second timeout. Folks, this is the Sports Utility Vehicle. We bring to you live broadcast, sponsorship development, as well as helping and assisting in special projects. Misses the first one. Second one is up and no good. Misses the front end. Sequoia gets the rebound. Bringing it up is number 11, Levy Biddy. We got a quick foul on the other end by number 10 on the North Cobb Christian, Zach Bollinger. Coming in for Sequoia is number 21, Niall Williams, the sophomore. Three-pointer's up and good. Niall Williams hits it. That ball sure did take its time to get into the hoop, though. Score is now 33-17. As North Cobb Christian still leads it. Another freshman mistake. His defender never committed to him as Jordan Usher could have probably taken that one to the rack. Coach is begging to give it to Trey Kalina. He's wide open in the post. He's advertising a billboard down there. Couldn't be any more open. Sealing his defender. 7 foot versus about 6'3". Trey Kalina gets the inbound. See if they seal him again. Kendall Crude out to Jonathan Twine. Three-pointer was no good. Short shot. Another one pass on the other side. Boy, I don't know how Trey Kalina missed that one. He was wide open for a rebound. He got caught watching the ball and never jumped. But he decides to take the wide open one as he's uncontested on that rebound. North Cobb brings it back up. Jonathan Twine out to Kendall Crute. Kendall Crute drives baseline. Fouled by number 21. Now Williams, the sophomore. And North Cobb Christian will inbound it to Kendall Crute. Kendall Crute shot, no good. Rebound, Sequoia. Sequoia trying to push it up. Dishes it back to the freshman. What a pass. Great court vision. Cross-court bounce pass. As North Cobb Christian got caught looking. But the freshman, Jordan Usher again, clearly the best player so far for Sequoia. Jonathan Twine. Quick three-pointer, no good. Again. The big 7-footer out-rebounded today. Three-pointer good by Williams. Now Williams, the sophomore. It's now 22-33 as Sequoia is pulled within 9 with less than 1 minute to go in the half of the first game of the 5th annual, day 2 of the 5th annual Jared Cook Classic. benefiting cancer research. North Cobb working around. And they got some low post screening. Got a foul on the play, number 50. C.J. Collins, the 6'2 senior. His second foul, team 6. So North Cobb Christian not in the bonus yet. Will inbounds it. Inbounds it underneath. Pass it out to Kendall Krug. They have a 4-out system right now with Trey Kalina on the inside. Quick little screen. Wow, what a pass. Missed opportunity right there is number 10, Zach Bollinger, was wide open for that 3, and that was a great little screening play on the bottom. And they retain possession with just over 10 seconds to go. They're definitely going to hold it for the last pass. Oh, wow, what a mistake by Kendall Krug. Refs calling a... What is that call? Turnover for North Cobb, so gives Sequoia the ball right back. Williams. They're going to say Sequoia was out of bounds, which will give North Cobb Christian the ball with 2.5 seconds to go. So this is going to have to be a quick pass and up. Ball is up. It's good if it goes, but it's no good. I guess nobody can be perfect with just under seconds to go. The end of the first half, though, North Cobb Christian leads 33 over Sequoia Chiefs 22. As we bring to you live day 2 of the 5th annual Jared Cook Classic at North Gwinnett High School. Got more action today coming along your way. This is Will McNeely with the Sports Utility Vehicle. We'll take a break at the half. Say thank you to Jared Cook and his family for what they're doing.
Oh, is that his? Okay, turn it off and say about it. They pass it. It's kind of like I promise you this, every time we throw it guard to guard, they pin.
up, Horace? I do. Okay. Yeah, I was thinking of that. We'll do it right after this game. We'll swap it in there. I should have went ahead and went with my gut and just set that up anyway.
Welcome back, Hoops fans. Will McNeely with the Sports Utility Vehicle bringing you live the 5th annual Jared Cook Classic, benefiting cancer research to honor his mother who survived breast cancer. And what an awesome story that is. Jared Cook brings you the Jared Cook Classic at North Connect High School, where he was an excellent athlete in both football and basketball. Went to play football at the University of South Carolina, a Gamecock, and is now playing tight end for the St. Louis Rams, as his mother and father are here, or at least his father is, I believe. Second half about to get underway with North Cobb Christian, who lead 33-22 over the Sequoia Chiefs. In the first half for North Cobb Christian was the Stephon Jelks Kendall Crute show. Stephon Jelks continued his athletic moves with rebounding and a little bit of dribble action. And Kendall Crute showed why he is committed to the Ohio University, a future Bobcat. Had a couple long-range three-pointers. He did the same yesterday as well. Stephon Jelks had 2 threes, I believe, in the first half. And then for Sequoia, some of the better players were the freshmen, like Coach Adams talked about. Number 3, Jordan Usher. And Kendall Crute, here he is again. Just as I mentioned his long-range abilities, he knocks down a three-pointer coming up out of that zone. It's now 36-22. North Cobb Christian leads. Rebound. Pitch to Stephon Jelks. I know he's going to, nice little athletic move there to shake away the defender. In the first half, North Cobb Christian was effective at times against the 2-3 zone that Sequoia threw it at him. They have players pop in the gap, suck in the defense, then kick it right back out to players like Jonathan Twine and Kendall Croup for wide open threes. They're also effective on baseline action. Wow. Anything you can do, I can do better, said number 2, Hunter Ware. Nice little pretty shot that he had. For the Sequoia, they were able to get inside, go right down the middle at times, down the throat of the defense of North Cobb Christian Eagles. I know Greg Mata probably talks about that in the first half. And at times they were able to hit wide open three-pointers like just before. And like that one right there. And that three-pointer was by Dalton Satterfield, the 6'5" senior. And it looks like we have almost a great play there by Kendall Crude as he dove towards the basket, down right down the throat of that defense, but not the greatest pass by North Cobb Christian. Almost turned it over. I wish we could see a little bit more action from Trey Kalina, number 44, the 7-footer. Kendall Croup from deep range, no good. And as I bring up Trey Kalina, at times he is out-rebounded and a little slow, methodical in his pick and rolls and his moves on the low post action. At times, if Stefan Jelk isn't rebounding in for North Cobb, it seems like nobody is. As I bring up Trey Kalina, we have a foul on him. And it turns possession right over to back over to Sequoia. And he's out rebounded again by his own player. The ball went right through his hands. Stefan Jelks, wide open three, no good. Sequoia gets the rebound. And they're fouled in transition. Fouls on number 3, Keyshawn Butts.
That is his first personal foul, team second.
And it's now 41-30 with 4:28 to go. Out of bounds. Gives Sequoia the ball back. Trey is out rebounded again. Foul is going to be on number 0 for North Cobb Christian, Kendall Croup. That's his first. He fouled Satterfield, sends him to the line to shoot 2. I know some of these players today are going to want to take advantage of these opportunities like this one, which brings out a lot of the college coaches in the local areas, as big as SEC and ACC schools. I know we had the University of Tennessee assistant coach Tracy Webster was here the other day. I had a chance to talk with him. Boy, what a pass by number 2, Hunter Ware, to Stefan Jelks. He had an opportunity to knock down a three-pointer, but he decided to pass it in to Stefan Jelks for a higher percentage shot. Jelks missed it, gets his own rebound, and fouled. He makes it for the and one. Gets the extra bucket from the charity strike to push it at 44-32. The Eagles are now up 12. I believe this is their largest lead of the day. I know they are definitely looking for a win after that tough loss on Saturday to Tucker. Kendall Croup shows his athleticism. He got a little scared after that whistle, thought he was going to get a technical for hanging on the rim. He looked right back at the ref with a bit of a puzzled face, but no worries, as it's just Coach Adams from Sequoia calling a full timeout. This is the Sports Utility Vehicle bringing to you live the Jared Cook Classic. If you need any, do you want your sports event broadcasted? Go to the suvehicle.com. Hit us up, send us a request. We'd love to come out and broadcast your events as we do live broadcasting, assist in sponsorship development. We'll also help you put together a special event. This is Will McNeely. Take a quick break as we say thank you to Mr. Cook. And after that full timeout, Sequoia, number 21 is now in for them, Niall Williams. He showed flashes at times in the first half. I think he hit a three-pointer and had some good handles here from time to time. He gets fouled, which will send Sequoia to inbounds it from the sideline. That pass hung in the air, probably could have been picked off by North Cobb Christian, as they're in his man-to-man zone trying to put pressure on Sequoia. Shot is no good. Rebound by Hunter Ware. Pass to Kendall Croup, and he's just doing what he does best, and that's launching it from the three-point land as he nails that one. 49-32 with less than 3 to go as North Cobb Christian still leads. And as I speak of Niall Williams, he nails that one. Overpowers Kendall Croup as the coach, Greg Mata, implores his, wow. He's now hit 4 3-pointers for the game. We've seen a lot of three-point action in this 5th annual Jared Cook Classic as Miller Grove the other day hit probably about 500 threes. And coming up next is Great Atlanta Christian. And they have a player that hit 7 3-pointers last weekend. Cam Boyd, the 6'1 junior. He hit 7 3-pointers and 1 layup last weekend at the St. Francis Verizon Hoops for the Cure Classic. I didn't think he was ever going to miss that day. But right now we got North Cobb Christian and Sequoia. Travel call probably. Nope. We got a foul on number 23, a push. Cody Miller with the foul for Sequoia. It's only the second team foul, so that will make North Cobb Christian inbounds it from underneath the basket. Ooh, that was a bit of a dangerous one as that one hung. Trey Kalina probably could have shot that one, but decides to dump it off to Hunter Ware for the three-pointer, and that one was short. Rebound. Whoa. I know some of the North Cobb Christian fans are going to say, I didn't touch that one. Foul is on Kendall Croup. His third foul. Team 5th foul. Coach Mata is confused at the call as he said the ref called slap on the wrist, but he says he can't make up his mind. Nonetheless, this ends on Keyshawn Butts for Kendall Croup as he's going to get a first-class ticket to the bench. Eat up some time, make sure he doesn't get his 4th foul. Now Williams knocks that one down. Score is now 52-36. Dump down to the big fella. He's double teamed. Foul.
Foul is on number 10, Hillhouse.
Christian Hillhouse called for the foul.
Kalina to the line for 2.
Trey Kalina at the line. Knocks that one down. 54-36 with 1:42 to go in the third quarter. Jordan Usher, the freshman, showed some stuff here and there in the first half with his dribbling abilities and shooting from time to time, but he did have a couple freshman mistakes, not looking up at the court, see where his players are looking, had a couple turnovers. But he had a nice little assist there. On the opposite side is number 10, Christian Hillhouse, knocks it down. Makes it 54-38 with 1:12 to go. Now Sequoia's in there. Oh, no, they're going man-man now. Stephon Jelks, the future Mercer Bobcat. Or Mercer Bear, correct me, excuse me. He had a nice little move there, make it 56-38. Wow, what an athletic move as he deflects the pass. But Coach Mott, I believe he wanted a tighter trap on that one to make sure a more clean turnover for his Eagles, as he likes to put the pressure on, get offense from his defense. And as I speak of it, here it comes. That was the defense. Here's the offense. And one is Jonathan Twine. He had a couple buckets the first half. He makes that one and one. What a tough move as he expected the contact, embraced it, nails the bucket. Now he's going the charity strike for one extra. Quick substitution for the Eagles, number 23, Casey Brown, coming in for Trey Kalina. Twine nails it. It's now 59-38 with less than 30 seconds to go in the third quarter. Jordan Usher, what a move there. A little up and under. He had another one of those in the first half. Fans thought it was a travel, but he held his pivot foot. Woo! And Stephon Jelks is blocked by the North Gwinnett High School basketball equipment. But he got his own rebound. Hunter Ware. And one. He had a steal. Takes it all the way, embraces contact, nails it, and one, which sends Greg Motta to do about a little bit of an Irish skip kick in the air.
Foul is on number 21, Williams.
Correction, the refs are not saying that he made the bucket. They're saying the foul's on the floor. Greg Motta not too happy with that call.
Ladies and gentlemen, at the end of the third quarter, the North Cobb Christian Eagles 59, Sequoia Chiefs.
Well, Hoops fans, that's the end of 3. About to write the last chapter of this book as the North Cobb Christian Eagles lead 59-40 going into the final quarter of the first game of day 2 of the Jared Cook Classic. I'm Will McNeely. This is the Sports Utility Vehicle bringing to you live from North Gwinnett High School. All proceeds of raffle tickets and other areas are going to cancer research to help benefit Jared Cook's mother, who is a breast cancer survivor. Incredible story from that. Jared Cook is a former standout from North Gwinnett High School. Played football and basketball here. Played football at the University of South Carolina. Now tight end at the St. Louis Rams. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want your sports event to be web broadcasted live, visit the suvehicle.com. That's the suvehicle.com. Check us out on the web. Fill out the contact form. Let us know what kind of sport you want web broadcasted. We do anything from basketball all the way up to professional events. We'd be happy to do it for you. We also assist in sponsorship development and helping with the implementation of special event projects. You're listening to Will McNeely with the Sports Utility Vehicle as we bring you the fourth and final quarter of Sequoia Chiefs versus the North Cobb Christian Eagles. And number 33, Dalton Shatterfield, nails that one. Score is now 59-42. On the opposite end, just a second ago, Dalton Shatterfield hit that. And then before that, it was a turnover by North Cobb. As Greg Motto is talking to his players, you can't do a cross-court pass like he did, but that one, I believe, is excellent. Nice little dribble penetration, kick out to number 3, Keyshawn Butts, as he nails a three-pointer. It is now 62-42. Eagles lead by 20. Coming up next is the Collins Hill High School versus Greater Atlanta Christian. Be sure to stay tuned as I'll bring you that one also. Then after that, we have 2 more night games, also featuring, ooh. I thought he almost traveled on that one. What a pass. Stephon Jelks losing mental focus, I believe. He's missed 2 dunks. That one was just a little bit of a laziness, I think. Three-pointer by number 33, Dalton Satterfield. And Trey Kalina is coming up to the bench here. Probably going to come in for Stephon Jelks. I don't know if Stephon's just tired or he's having trouble now getting up and down court. Got a couple players coming in for the Chiefs as well. And Kendall Krut's about to come in too.
That's his second personal foul. Team 6. Send Williams to line for 2.
Got a foul on North Cobb. Missed who it was on, but sends Niall Williams, number 21, for the Chiefs to the line to shoot 2. Makes that one. Coming in for the Chiefs is number 5, Brantley Flanagan. And another substitution, but he's going to be for the shooter, Niall Williams, so we'll have to wait. Score is now 62-46 with 6 minutes, 6 seconds to go in the fourth and final quarter. Now Williams misses that one a little bit to the right. Rebound, North Cobb. Pass ahead to Kendall Krut. Kendall drives baseline. Shot up and good. Freshman Jordan Usher, definitely prone right hand, as he always likes to go a little bit right. If he goes left, he's going to stop and try and do an up and under, I believe. He's going to go inside. Now Williams with the ball, passing around. Got some cutting action as they had one wide open player, almost had another. Now Williams misses that easy layup. North Cobb pushing ahead to Kendall Krut. Kendall passes it. Baseline pass. Jonathan Twine, wide open 3, nails it. It's now 67-46 with just over 5 minutes to go in the first game of the day from day 2 of the Jared Cook Classic. Number 2, Logan Taylor, the senior, had a little jump stop, and then Kendall Krut tried to slap it out of his hands. And I knew the refs were going to get him because he slapped down instead of slap up. You slap up, you have more of a tendency to hit the ball and not the player. That's Krut's 4th foul. Now send Mr. Taylor to the charity strike. Makes that one. Scores now 67-48. Just a bit outside. Misses that one. Rebound to Jonathan Twine. Kendall Crute working it. Pass to Trey Kalina. Boy, if he puts it on down the court that far out from the basket, I'd be a little scared for Greg Mata. That man-to-man, they've seen some screen action. Here comes, wide open was number 3. Keyshawn Butts underneath after that screen. Travel call by Kendall Crute. And that's a turnover by North Cobb. Gives Sequoia the ball right back as Levy Biddy brought it up. And then number 33 launches. Deep three. Makes it as Dalton Satterfield. Quick timeout. Quick timeout by Sequoia High School. Full timeout. Coach Adams with 3 minutes and 48 seconds wants to talk things over, and we take a little break here. Say thank you to Jared Cook and his family for bringing to you the 5th annual Jared Cook Classic from North Gwinnett High School. Welcome back, Hoots fans. Some Georgia High School basketball action, beginning of the 2013-2014 season. 3:36 to go in the 4th and final quarter. North Cobb Christian leads the Sequoia Chiefs 67-51. Boy, what some court vision by Jonathan Twine as he saw Kendall Crute wide open after that screen. Kendall Crute has definitely been the difference maker today. Yesterday was Stephon Jelks, but he hasn't been as active today. Kendall Crute has hit some long range, been open on some off-ball screens. Three-pointer good by Jordan Usher, the 6'5" freshman. I know the P word isn't something talked about a lot, but the potential for that young man is looking promising. Jonathan Twine, wide open three, nails that. He's hit a couple today. That was his third. Kalina with the put in after the pass from number 2, Hunter Ware. I don't know if he needed to waste that dribble. I think he just wanted to make sure he didn't get a traveling call, which I guess for him that's a bit of a smart decision. A little lethargic getting up there, but nevertheless, basket was good. Coming in for North Cobb is number 10. Number 10, Zach Bollinger, and number 23, Casey Brown. And then in for Sequoia is number 50, CJ Collins, and 55, Dalton Mullinax. Boy, Crude hit another 3 there. The future Bobcat is showing his fans what he's got coming his way. Shot no good for Sequoia. Rebound, Trey Kalina. Jonathan Twine bringing it up for North Cobb. And Coach Mata calls a 30-second timeout to leave 1:22 on the clock to put in some of his other players to get them an opportunity. I like that call. While they're up 77-54 to give some other guys an opportunity to hit the floor. Coming on now is number 22 for North Cobb Christian, Santi Butirago. And then coming in for Sequoia is number 20.